Good Friday. Tom Ginn here. G Force. G is for gratitude. We're going to be right back. Hey, good Friday, July 22nd. Today we're deviating from the scheduled interview today. Something had come up at the last minute with Glenn Bill, and he will be rescheduling. But I'm going to still continue talking a little bit about Glenn, his book, some of the principles I use in my coaching, of principles I've applied in my life. But today, we have to approach the world with a place of gratitude, no matter what circumstances or situations that arise. Our gratitude dictates our attitude, and attitude dictates how we approach gratitude. So they're synonymous in how they work in our lives. So today, we were going to interview one of my favorite people, one of my favorite authors. The principles in this book right here, the ABCs of attitude, Get Attitude, Glenn Bill. And I'm just going to cover a few things here in a moment just to give an insight and encourage people that wonder why they're stuck. It's directly related to their attitudes that they have. And so we'll cover that in a little bit. But, I wanted to share this today. My morning exercise, I live in a community where there's a lake in our city, actually two lakes, and I do my bicycle riding, and I get down around what we call our city beach, and all the emergency vehicles were there. And at first I thought maybe it was just one of those drills that they go through. And so there was an officer at the entrance of the parking lot for the city beach. And I said, is this a drill or is this an event? And he says it's an event. Evidently, yesterday afternoon, somebody had jumped out of their boat, never surfaced. And they did a search up until 11 o'clock last night, and they had to resume that search today. And my prayers just go out to the family. They were there this morning. I don't know if they've recovered the lost one yet, but it caused you to reflect about not only your own life, but those that are around us that we love and care for. Did you wake up this morning with gratitude? Not only for the ability for you to be here today, being grateful for the loved ones around you. Have you expressed your love? Have you expressed what they mean to you? Because I was just sitting there watching the friends and the family were congregating, and the rescue team and the police and everything were coaching and counseling these people of what the process is going to be, and you could just see the hurt and the anguish and in their being, and I had to just sit back. It brought tears to my eyes because many times we take things for granted, that we're going to have another day. But there's no guarantees. There are no guarantees. So take this moment right now and just take that statement, I'm so happy and grateful now. No matter what the circumstances, the hurt, the losses, because it will dictate everything how you move forward the rest of the day, tomorrow, and in life. So many times we do take things for granted, and I just encourage everybody to take a moment today and put a prayer out for those that are grieving, not only for this circumstances, but a lot of people are grieving today because of loss, uncertainty. A lot of people are hurting out there. Put prayers of positive faith and certainty out for them. Give them comfort. But I believe in the power of prayer works no matter where you're praying, who you're praying for. That energy is in the universe, and it does land where it needs to be landed. So just pray for those that are hurting today. Pray for that family through this entire process that they're going to have to go through, and come to the realization that somebody they loved and cared for is no longer with them, no longer with us, because I believe everybody is connected one way or another. A loss in that family is a loss in humanity's family. We are all one. So I just encourage people just to put that prayer out there. Go to a place of gratitude today. Don't take your life for granted. Don't take those around you life for granted. Celebrate today. Share with them how much they mean to you. Because, like I said, there are no guarantees. Yeah, so back to what the intention was today. It was to interview Glenn Bill. I picked up his book when it first came out. I saw some of his podcasts and all that. Being a personal development coach, he resonated with me on many, many fronts. The first front was that he's a football coach. Me being an athlete, and I love the way coaches approach setting visions and purposes and encouraging people to strive to be their best in performance, creating disciplines that to get the outcomes that they're seeking, the winning, and how to prepare for losses, because not all games are won. But in a life is like a game, like a football game, baseball game, a tennis match, basketball, track meets, no matter is. And I just resonate with coaches because in essence, we all need coaches. I just posted up something that Glenn had put up about, self-study is great, but it doesn't work without coaching. And I actually believe that, reading books and all that is so important. But what I have found is that where the rubber meets the road is when you have a mentor that can bring a different perspective, hold you accountable, get you out of your own way. Because many people read a book, they go, that's interesting, but they then don't know what to do with the information to put it into action. And that's where coaching is so important, is the accountability, seeing things the way that you don't see things, guide you, give you a kick in the butt when you need a kick in the butt. So coaching is so important. One of the things that being a personal development coach, what I found out, only 5% of people that are walking this earth have mentors and coaching. Only 5%. Well, people say, I don't need coaching. I got the world mastered. And in some respects, you may. But if you're looking for more improvement in your life, in relationships, in your faith, in your business, just day-to-day stuff, many times a coach is what we need. And we should have many mentors and coaches, people we can lean into. It could be a friend. It could be your pastor. It could be somebody that you seek out that you resonate with. Build that inner circle, because those people that do that, their lives become easeful. They become easeful. Not easy, but easeful. And in my coaching, and I believe gratitude is one of the strongest principles that we have. And I love what Glenn Bill talks about attitude. Everybody thinks they have a good attitude, but the circumstance, you can look around and you can see the results of their life are directly related to their attitude. So we even have sometimes a false understanding what attitude is, because where you are today is a direct reflection of it. And I'm paraphrasing things that I learned in Glenn's book, is directly related to the attitudes that we have. We have attitudes about everything, and attitudes are not always positive. Some attitudes are negative and destructive. How did we learn them? You heard that old saying, adjust your attitude. You know, I had that said to me, change your attitude, things will change. That's absolutely true, because we can go into a circumstance with a poor attitude, and we're going to justify that attitude based on a lot of different factors. So coaching helps people better understand attitude. So, and gratitude with an attitude is a new phrase that I just came up with right now, matter of fact. But we had a couple guests. What I'd like you to do is just tag and share. Oh my, Mr. Bill. I don't know if that's Glenn Bill or just somebody making that comment, but he's a friend in Indy. Okay, thanks for your comments. Hey, just tag and share this out. We are going to reschedule Glenn's interview here at some point. So just tag and share this information out. I'm going to go to the book here, and we'll keep it short today. And I'm just going to read a couple things out of here. Attitude is simply the way you dedicate yourself to the way you think. And I always like to go back to what Bob Proctor taught me when I got into personal. Many times people think they know how to study. We read a book, we want retain some knowledge to regurgitate it to a test or an application, but that's not studying. When we're dealing with ourselves and making changes in our mindset, we've got to dedicate ourselves the way we think. As Bob Proctor said, and as Glenn Bill has said, and all these great mentors out there, is the results we have in our life are directly related to the accumulation of all our thoughts, our habits, our beliefs. They might be in this order, but this is the accumulation. And it's directly tied to the way we think. Attitude is a way to think. Having a positive attitude has to be learned, because many people have attitudes of negativity because of their environment, their circumstances. An attitude is how you think. So if you want different things happening in your life, change your thinking. Plain and simple. Change your attitude. I've heard it many times, people say, gee, I got a great attitude. And the next sentence that comes out of there is talking negative. The circumstances they're in is directly related. Some circumstances we have no control of, but it's our attitude with gratitude determines how we respond to them. Even the loss of that family today, those that have go to a place of gratitude before will be able to deal with that in a much deeper, different way. It's our attitude. How do we view death? How do we view life? How do we view death? Those are attitudes. I had a great conversation with a person today, and struggling, and some things were said, and I just listened. I'd been down that path myself. I don't know how he feels, but I'm empathetic to his situation. And he used some words in the area of wish and hope and wants. Those are good places to be, but wishes, wants, and hopes don't change the future. You go to faith, and faith is an attitude as well. How did you learn it? And I love what Rex Sykes said about faith. Faith is a very powerful, words are power. But some words we interpret as having power, but in reality, they're weak words. They support lack. They support negativity. Having hope, not tied with faith, but faith by itself is a strong, powerful word. But how do you make it even more powerful? Is move it to certainty that the outcome will be a certain way. Don't wish and hope. Have faith with certainty. And that's a different attitude. It changes your altitude. You've already heard all those things before. So that first attitude is simply the way you dedicate yourself to the way you think. And then he goes on here and he says, I'd like to take it a step further. How you are feeling about the way you think. It's a question. If the way you think is giving you everything you want out of life, you have to ask these questions. How are you feeling about the way you think? Is the way you think giving you everything you want out of your life? Those questions, I think it's very important to understand. This is just in the introduction here, is you got to start asking questions. Asking questions opens up a new level of awareness. It changes our perspective. We get to hear things, see things in a different way, asking questions. And when we do that, then we can start seeing that our thinking is giving us the results we have, or how we respond or react. So you have a choice. And I've been in business and have worked with people, thousands of people in my life in the area of financial services and helping people understand what it takes to win. And what I came to find out about winning with money, it has nothing to do with knowledge. 20% of winning in anything in life is knowledge. 80% is your attitude, your belief systems, your behaviors. And let's talk about the definition of life. He poses that question. And I've seen this myself. I've seen very smart people fail because they have a poor attitude. I know some brilliant people and they're struggling in life, but you hear them talk, their actions, hear their beliefs, and because their attitude sucks. I'll just put it simply. Their attitude is giving them exactly what they have. Intellect has nothing to do with it. It's important, but it isn't the formula that really brings satisfaction in your life. What's your attitude? I have seen Very rich people go broke because they possessed a poor attitude. A poor attitude. What is your relationship with money? What's your attitude about money? What's your belief? We've heard those things. Money is the root cause of all is evil. Well, I actually believe if you don't have money, evil can creep in. So what's your position about money? I've seen very successful people crash because of a poor attitude. I've seen perfectly healthy people become sick or die because of poor attitude. You know, some of the things I've learned in life and experienced myself in coaching and mentoring, and I see it. It's only through awareness do you start seeing how your life is operating. You start seeing what other people are doing, and you wonder why their lives are the way they are. Listen to what they say. Words start in thoughts. They come out in our language. And then when we speak it, we're acting it out. We are in movement with that thought. And we wonder why we have struggles or why we not living a life of ease. I didn't say easy. So the question is, how important is attitude? And he says here, it has the power to change your life for the better or the worst. The great thing is you get to decide, only you, no one else. And I believe something he just said here relates back to most people don't have a clear why in their life, why they're here, their purpose. What does that look like? What is that? How do you feel? Glenn talked about that. How do you feel about something is the key. Because we're emotional creatures. We are emotionally attached to an idea. Everything we do, you can evaluate. We are emotionally attached, even to the negative. I use my mother as a good example. She knows that cigarettes were killing her. She had rationalized it, all those type of things. Our belief systems, our attitudes about those things that are harming us, we will justify them. We will even die for things that are not good for us. And that comes down to what's your attitude, what's your thinking, how do you feel about what you're thinking? And so that, that's one of the key things about this book. I'm not going to dive any deeper than that. I just want to say to those that are expecting Glenn to come on today, there's apologies that he couldn't make it. We'll get it rescheduled. He's a tremendous influencer, businessman. I love the fact that he's a football coach. He 11 state football championships. That's talking my language. He's made a difference in somebody's lives to be able to accomplish those type of things. And it all comes from coaching and mentoring. And like Lynn's piece that was up there today, that self-study and reading books is okay, but nothing really happens in a very significant way until you get a coach and mentor. If you ever want to reach out to me, I do have coaching programs. I'd be glad to introduce you to some things that are very important. If nothing else, probably the strongest thing I teach is creating a vision, the power of vision, the why. Without that, nothing else is going to happen. And that's an attitude. That is faith with certainty. It eliminates hope. It eliminates wishes. It eliminates wants. What it does is fuels the desire to get the results that you want in your life. And it's not always about the bigger house and the fancier cars and the bigger paychecks and all that. What's your attitude of the quality of life that you have? If you want to change, you've got to change your thinking. Change who you associate with. We can look at the people we hang with. Do we talk the same language? Are we complaining about the same things? Are we victim mentalities? And we've all been there. I've been there. I fall back. I fall off the wagon from time to time. Yes, I'm not always positive, but I go to gratitude first. My attitude is I'm always looking to readjust my attitude. Get more positive, more clarity, more purpose, more why in my attitude. Stay excited. Yeah, life is tough. But I guarantee you, just put a smile on your face and notice what you feel. That's a biochemistry. That's a biochemistry. So with that all said, everybody, I just want to wish everybody a blessed day. Be grateful for this moment. I'm so grateful for so many things. I'm so grateful that I was given another day to serve. I'm so grateful that I've got a loving, caring wife. And she supports me. I support her. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for those new friends that I have. I'm grateful for this moment. Even when you have disappointments and challenges, go to gratitude. So with that all said, everybody, have a great weekend. Be safe. It is summertime. Don't take this day for granted. Just let somebody know that you love them and you care. And you'll make a difference in the world. So with that all said, I want to thank the freedoms I have. I'm grateful for the freedoms. Part of what I do is through ASEA. This allows me the freedom to come on and create my own program, share my thoughts, bring great people on like Glenn Bill. And I'm so grateful for that. So with that all said, everybody have a blessed weekend. Be safe. Have fun. God bless everybody.